What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News. And once again, I was asked to do a Glovegate breakdown. And I'm like, look, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because I feel I've done enough of Glovegate. But I want to explain to people how I feel about Glovegate and Tyson Fury and Glovegate 2, the first two fights. Okay? And the cheating allegations about Tyson Fury. All right. Now, there's been videos across the internet that they recycle themselves. They come forth and look at the floppy glove. As you guys can see, his glove ain't all the way on his hand ain't all the way in the glove. And for that reason, his wrist has to be in the wrap part of the glove, and he has to be swinging it kind of like he has a sock or whatever. As you guys see, what a lot of people want you to believe that happened. Okay, well, let me break it down to you. For those who never put on fucking gloves, you have to understand one thing about Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, in order for him to punch someone with his knuckles or his fist in the wrist area of those gloves, that fucking thing would have fell off for one, if you look at it. And Tyson Fury's an awkward dude. He doesn't punch really the way a lot of the punches, he uses them for speed, and he doesn't turn over the punches. He doesn't. If you look at it in the second fight, there were punches even with the left hand. He still had his hand open. Because I think he's either I know he's awkward, kind of slew-footed with bent legs, you know what I'm saying? But I think he's also kind of double jointed too. So the way he goes by doing certain things really don't look all that standard or more awkward, right? So you seen him punching like that, and you can tell, dude, you're not even really punching the way you're supposed to. You know what I mean? He was punching with an open palm almost. But that's what you saw, an open palm. Let me prove it to you. Look at the size of Tyson Fury's hands. Just look at those fucking hands. The dude has massive hands. That would make sense if his hands were smaller and they could fit in the wrist area and he could hit. But even if he hit, the fucking thing would fall off. If it was like they're trying to claim it to be, the whole fucking thing would have came off. It wouldn't have made sense at all. You seen him pulling up his trunks with him. He can't pull them trunks up with that shit because it would have fell off. Because why? Because his fist wasn't in the wrist, right? So that would have happened. So what they're claiming he was hitting that guy or hitting Deontay Wilder in the first fight with that. But that's impossible because, again, look at the size of this man's hands. Now, the other argument is Tyson Fury a liar? Yes, he's lied a lot. That makes him a liar. Has he ever cheated? Yes, he's cheated. He's cheated before. Does that make him a cheat always? No, it doesn't. That's a case-by-case basis. So, no, there's no argument there. Yes, he's cheated. Yes, he's taken drugs. But then was there any drugs taken there? See, to argue that, hey, is he an all-the-way clean fighter? No. But that's not the question. See, people argue with the point of, hey man, you know he cheated, man. Once a cheat, always a cheat. Like, okay, what are you in fucking middle school? What is this, elementary? More, you know what I mean? Was this preschool? Like, yo, if the man, yeah, he did some shit back then with Nandrolone, and they busted him, and it was like some weird shit with the UCADs and all those organizations. Yeah. He had high amounts of nandrolone, and they popped him eventually for it, right? He had cocaine in his system. Okay, does that equate a clean fighter? No. Equate somebody probably with a fucking drug problem. Now, how the nandrolone got there, I doubt it was wild boar meat. You know what I'm saying? So, let's be real. But, does he cheated? Yes, he's cheated. But then the thing is, okay, to shoot down a person's character or to make that a point, it's a good approach, because then you could argue hey, there is a possibility of this man doing it again. I get what you're saying. But if there's no evidence to base that on from this episode of him beating Wilder's ass, why are you going back? That's just like pulling somebody up with a rap sheet and saying, you know what, you robbed that bank on 7th in Burn, right? 7th and Burn, you robbed that bank because you know you stole out a fucking 7-Eleven store before. So guess what? At the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, you are a thief. So guess what? You were the person that robbed that bank. No, that doesn't mean that. So for them to apply that concept or that situation to that time is wrong. That's why. Because they're trying to associate what a person did versus what he's possible or capable of doing in the future and base that in real-time reality. That's what they did. Well, you know he cheated. You know he cheated before, so you know you'll cheat again. You know he's dirty. You know he cheated this way, so he had to cheat this way. Based on what? Based on the video in the first fight and the second fight. And I don't care what people say. You guys did not care. You guys did not even look in that direction when Deontay Wilder walked away without a loss and a draw. A draw should have been worse, but you guys didn't care. My boy Blue, he said Tyson Fury won, and then he took the shit back and called it a draw. I guess you could change your mind. Why not? But, you know, was that an unbiased decision to change your mind, or was it a biased decision to change your mind? That's the question. And only he could tell you that. But as far as the Glovegate shit goes, in the second fight, there was no room. He had smaller gloves. He had different types of gloves. Do you guys understand why that Chris Colbert interview was taken down? It's because Chris Colbert explained how gloves work, what you can do with gloves, the way you can open the palm of gloves like Tyson Fury, punching with an open fucking... He looked like he hit Wilder with a damn with a panther fist like this. You know what I mean? You know, palm thrust, a panther fist, shit like that. You know, panther fist, open palm strike and shit. You know, and it just shows you the awkwardness of somebody like Tyson Fury. And it's a good thing that he did go to Javan Sugar Hill, Javen Sugar Hill, to correct the way he punched somewhat, because he still kind of punches in a weird type of way. But I think he's quicker, so he tries to get the punch off rather than throw it correctly. Okay, so, but the Glovegate stuff, man, look, let the shit go. Let this weekend, let all that shit die, you know. And here's the sad thing. If Wilder doesn't win, we will never hear the end of Glovegate. Why? Because there will be somebody with some fucking clip that showed Tyson Fury's gloves, even though they checked them just like they did last time, just like they did the time before that one. And they're going to see something that didn't look all together right. Look at this picture. Why does this glove look like this at this particular time? Like we've seen all other fucking gloves look. Okay? A lot of other situations like Ali, like Holmes, like Wilder, like Joshua, like hell, even what's his name? What's the sparring partner? Ashbury. Even Ashbury too. He had gloves that had indentions and shit in them. So, you know, like that type of stuff. Let's just hope Wilder wins so he can get over that. Because if he loses, you'll never hear the end, because people will make countless and endless accusations about how either if he got his ass whooped, oh, well, he cheated the first time and he was damaged going into this first and second fight. Well, the second fight definitely, because he was already cheated with Tampa Glove. You won't hear the end of that shit. You know what I mean? You'll see it, just people will plaster that shit all on there like the Gospel of John. Okay? So anyway, that's my counterpunch on the Glovegate. I hope to those who wanted me to counterpunch this was helpful. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.